In the +2 biology class at St. George High School in Bristol, the afternoon drowsiness enveloped the students like a thin blanket. Outside, the drizzling rain of July was cooling the earth. But inside the class, the physics lesson on electrostatic potential and capacitance was burning many heads. Sweat beads formed on Mr. Davis's balding forehead. What is the expression for the electric potential due to a dipole at an equatorial point? The class fell into a graveyard silence. Even the smart students didn't lift their heads. No one had the answer. Disappointment spread across Mr. Davis's face. That's when a voice rose from the bench at the very back near the window. "Sir, I'll try." All heads turned in that direction. It was Alex. His torn shirt and old bicycle made him invisible. But the sparkle in his eyes had no dimness. Alex stood up. There was no fear in his voice. He began explaining that complex derivation in words that flowed like water. Those around him looked at him in wonder. A smile bloomed on Mr. Davis's face. In the front row, Sarah also listened intently to that voice. She wondered how someone could shine so brightly amidst so many lacks. When the class ended, Sarah walked towards Alex. Seeing this, her cousin Mark roared in anger. "What do you have to talk so much about with that guy in the torn shirt?" Alex's face paled. He tried to turn and walk away. But Sarah's voice stopped him. "Mark, this is about class matters. Alex is my classmate," Mark said contemptuously. "Is someone like him fit for our status?" A spark of pain flashed and faded in Alex's eyes. He walked away quickly without saying a word. Sarah said angrily, "Don't interfere in my matters, Mark. People's worth isn't determined by the thickness of their pockets, but by the knowledge in their brains." With that, she walked past him. In the evening, on the way home from school, Alex was standing under the old almond tree because his bicycle had a puncture. When Sarah came that way, she saw him. "What happened, Alex?" "The bicycle got punctured," he said with a sad smile. When her car arrived, an idea struck her. "Alex, leave the bicycle here. I'll drop you home." "Oh no, that's not necessary, Sarah," his self-respect protested. "Isn't this just help, Alex? Like how you helped Mr. Davis today?" His objections melted away in front of her smile. He got into the car. When the car stopped in front of Jackson Gee's house, Mark gritted his teeth in anger. That night, Sarah was preparing a speech on the power of dreams in her study room. Alex's face came to her mind. His life, crossing the fiery paths of poverty while holding tightly to dreams, was the greatest example for that topic. She picked up her pen and wrote, "Dreams are never those in sleep, they are those that don't let you sleep." At the school annual day, Sarah spoke on the power of dreams. When she stood in front of the mic, her eyes fixed on Alex in the audience. Poverty or circumstances shouldn't set boundaries for our dreams. It's the fire within us. She spoke. Alex felt her words were about him. After the speech, Mark mocked him. "Dreams of people like you are only worth your torn shirt." Alex walked away without a word. At a school dance party that year, Alex saw Sarah. She bought him a sweet cupcake. "When you pass the exam, I want a pint of fish and chips. Don't forget," she said with a laugh. But financial crisis began at Sarah's home. Her father's business collapsed. One night, Sarah heard him exploding on the phone. The next day, she learned that part of the land had been sold. After the +2 exams, Alex and Sarah exchanged wishes. During that vacation, Alex worked hard for the entrance exam. Sarah's face and the promise of fish and chips gave him energy. Finally, the results came. Alex topped the school in +2 exams. He got a high rank in the England engineering entrance. He bought sweets and reached Sarah's house. But the big gate was closed. The neighbor said she had moved to London due to debts. The box of sweets in Alex's hand fell to the ground. Thinking she left without a word, his eyes filled with tears. In the engineering college in London, Alex's hostel life was a trial. Poverty haunted him. Professor Wilson in the electrical department noticed his isolated life, struggling without money. He gave him hot tea and a sandwich. "Life is like a calculation, Alex. With the right formula, any big problem can be solved," he said. From then on, Professor Wilson became his guide. He earned money by tutoring and washing dishes in a hotel. Every pound he counted, Sarah's face would appear in his mind. Meanwhile, Sarah and her family started living in a rented house in London City. With her father's death, she had to abandon her dream of becoming a doctor. She took on the family responsibility. After doing many jobs, knowing she could earn more, she boarded a train to Docklands in London. She became a cleaner in big flats. Every day she looked at the sky and asked, "Where might my Alex be?" 4 years later, Alex graduated from university with first rank. He got a job in London. Together with Victor, he started a company called AS Tech Solutions. The name Alex Smith was uttered with respect in the business world. But memories of Sarah lingered as an ache in his mind. He acquired a penthouse in one of the largest flats in London City. He saw the cleaner wiping the glass wall there. Though her face was covered with a mask, her eyes were the same ones he had seen years ago. "Sarah!" His voice trembled. She turned in shock. The moment she recognized him, she ran away in fear. Alex searched for her at the cleaning agency, but she had resigned. Mark, envious of Alex's growth, found Sarah after recognizing Alex's weakness. "Did you come to ruin my life?" she asked. "I don't need your generosity or sympathy," she said, and slammed the door in his face. Alex stood helplessly in front of that closed door. He watched over her like a guardian angel without disturbing her. Sarah's younger sister Emma got a scholarship through AS Foundation. Emma asked Sarah, "Where are we heading with this stubbornness?" Sarah's heart broke. Mark sabotaged their catering orders. Finally, they were evicted from the house for rent arrears. Alex came to see them standing helplessly on the street. He told the landlord that he was buying the house and they would stay there. Sarah had no words to object. Her self-respect shattered. But in those eyes, she saw not sympathy, but love. Sarah and her family lived in the house Alex bought. The thought that it was with the water and fertilizer he provided haunted her. Days passed. At the largest hotel in London, Alex received the National Award for Young Entrepreneur. From the podium, he said, "There's only one reason for my success, and that's Sarah. The 20 pounds she gave wasn't help. It was her faith in my ability. Today, the true owner of this AS group with assets worth millions of pounds is her." Sarah, watching the speech live, had tears dripping onto the screen. He was crowning her as queen in front of the world. That night he came to her. "I want to marry you not out of sympathy, but because you are the reason for my success," he said. "Not a day's fish and chips, but a grand feast served with love for a lifetime is what I want to give you." All her stubbornness melted in front of his love. This time, her eyes filled with joy. 2 years later, Sarah's Kitchen grew into the best catering chain in London. Today, she is an entrepreneur standing on her own feet. At the inauguration of AS Group's new office, while Alex spoke, Sarah sat in the front row with a smile. Their eyes were speaking to each other. For the next vacation, they traveled to Bristol. On the banks of River Thames, Alex held her hands. "I remember everything. You were the light in my mind, Alex," she said. Their love flowed calmly like the River Thames.